The following program is brought to you by His Productions.
The podcast no one listens to with Kevin Porter.
Nice. Take motherfucking two. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome up. Welcome back. It's like, oh shit, he's fucking having a stroke like Ron Paul on live fucking internet. Oh shit, he's live on the internet, people. Oh no. No, I just like caught a glimpse of my eyes, like, I don't know, man. What's up, dude? What's up with you guys? It's the podcast that no one listens to. I'm your host, Kevin Porter, as always, dude. Coming to you from the brainstem, dude. Isn't that what we came up with? We're coming from the brainstem. Do. Green Day should write a song about that shit. No, it's like, no, bro. You don't want fucking Green Day writing that song. What about the Offspring, huh? What about the Foo Fighters? I don't know, man. What's up with you guys? Hanging out again here in my office. Fucking chilling out. Pretty decently high. Yeah. Took two fucking strong hits of sativa. Got the Columbia River Reserve right here, man. It's fucking damn, dude. It's some of the strongest weed that I've had in a long fucking time, dude. Like, I don't know, dude. I'll be like, I'll come here and like, you know, take a couple hits, do some work, and it's just like, before you know it, you're like, fuck. You're just like, oh my gosh, dude. You're like tripping. You're just like, you're feeling it, dude. Just like, fuck, I just want to fucking, calm down here for a little bit. I don't know, dude. It's kind of fun, though. It is fun. Like, I don't know. I like that. Like, when you kind of, like, you get very, like, you know, introvert in terms of, like, when you're high on marijuana, you know, you can be able to, like, work on your problems, fix your problems. I mean, I don't know, dude. I guess I try to strive off those moments in terms of just being able to self-correct and, you know, try to make myself, you know, the best person that I can be, which is never attainable, obviously. We never can obtain perfection, nor should we even try. But nonetheless, though, you should definitely try to be at least the best and nicest person that you can be. So be nice to fucking people out there, okay? Be fucking nice. So, I don't know, man. Text messages keep going off. Luckily, like, I always keep my phone on silent, which I remember when I first got a cell phone back in, like, 2007 or something. It's like, Jessica would always be like, why is your phone on fucking vibrate? Why is your phone on vibrate? And, you know, honestly, the reason my phone is on vibrate is because I have such shitty hearing from listening to loud music that, like, a lot of times I don't hear the fucking ringtone, and I don't want to be that obnoxious asshole that blasted up at a fucking top volume. And, like, you're walking down the Safeway, and you're like fucking, you know, some, like, you know, Aerosmith comes on. It's like, oh, who out there has got Aerosmith as their fucking ringtone, dude? I don't know. Like, in my mind, I'm trying to rack, like, what's a good band name? Kiss, Iron Maiden, even the Foo Fighters again. Like, you know, it's just, you know, Aerosmith. I don't know. I like Aerosmith. Don't get me wrong, dude. You know, I just, you know, I don't think I've ever ran into somebody that's like, yo, bro, you check out my new ringtone, you know? Janie's got a gun or whatever. Fucking Janie. You can tell I don't listen to fucking Aerosmith on the daily, dude. I definitely don't. I mean, look at the fucking Mad Caddies poster in the background. It's like, yeah, we got Mad Caddies, we got Tool, No Effects. Pretty sure there's a Nirvana. Yeah, AC/DC even up there. I like AC/DC, dude. AC/DC was, Jake Riddle, and I want to say I talked about this on the podcast. I was talking about it recently. Maybe I think I was talking to Dustin, actually. I was at Brandon's house. Shout out Brandon Huck. Happy birthday, late birthday. His birthday was last Saturday. The dude should be back from Texas. Hope it was fun. My buddy Jake Riddle, dude, back in like the 10th grade, started like introducing me to like Motley Crue, AC/DC, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and like all this like, you know, just fucking fun music, dude. Like, I don't get me wrong, man. Like, I'm just like, I remember back in the day, you used to get a lot of shit for the type of music you listen to. I don't know if kids really still do that now, you know? It's like, oh, you know, it's like, I don't know really what's popular. And like the music I do listen to, like I have heard that's like, you know, supposed to be popular music. It's just like, again, like I'm of a different generation. I'm not going to sit here and trash the music now, you know, as much as maybe it deserves it. I don't know, dude, but like, I'm not going to be that asshole. You know, kids like what they like, man. I mean, shit, dude, at one point in my life, I owned all the Korn CDs in existence. So it's like, you really can't like going back now, dude, Korn is a fucking garbage, dude. It's like, I don't even understand how the fuck people still listen to that. It's like I don't know. Like I own like 3 CDs now. I own Freak on a Leash. I own Life is Peachy and the self-titled. I didn't rebuy issues just because. Well, if you've listened to that album, you probably know why. But just going into it, dude, it's just like, again, I know there's an episode out there where I've talked about this shit before, and it's just, I don't know, I'm depressed, look at me. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't really care. Fucking jeez, dude. Oh man. I don't know. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about, dude. But yeah, we're back on all new episode, dude. Brandon Huck is here today. Brandon Huck is returning to the podcast I know listens to, and then again, Brandon brings the best out of all situations. So it was definitely fun to have him on here when we were out here recording. And again, it's been a while since I recorded this episode, so I can't even tell you like what the fuck we talked about. It's like, what do you mean you didn't listen to it back? You don't fact check your shit? It's like, dude, we put very little effort into this shit. It's like I record this shit on the weekend now just to avoid the rush of even having to worry about editing or recording anything during the week unless it's like a main, interview portion or something, or like, something for Are You Ready? Professional wrestling podcast you can check out every single Monday. Go subscribe and give us that 5-star review, motherfucker. So it's like, you only did it 3 times. 5-star. There you go. So I don't know, man. Again, dude, I watched a good majority of those films that we showed up on here last week. Halloween 3, I was not able to watch, but I did watch Ghost Ship, and we watched Dracula last night. Dracula, again, it's like, what can you say? The movie's almost 100 years old, dude. It's fine for its time, and even in 2020, dude, I'm still fucking enjoying watching that movie. Ghost Ship, on the other hand, I'm not gonna say it was a pile of shit, but like, it's definitely not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best movie that I've ever seen. So we are, this is a take 2 of part 2, take 3. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. Sorry, I had to take an important phone call there. So that's what happens here on pre-recorded podcasting. It's you just get a random phone call and you just gotta be like nimble and bimble and like, I don't know, dude. You just got to be able to get into it and just take it for what it's worth. So I don't know. Fuck, dude, I'm fucking so high. I sat there on that call just like getting stoned the whole entire time. I was like, fuck, I still got to do an opening. Fuck, I still got to edit shit. So I think we were talking about movies. I don't even know where the fuck we left off at, dude. But yeah, I think we were talking about watching movies. Dracula, 90-year-old movie, man. But it's cool. It's still fun, man. We got to watch Ghost Ship. Kind of a piece of shit, but the opening scene's pretty fucking cool, dude. All those people's like body parts and shit falling off and stuff. And I'm gonna call you out, motherfucking movie, stupid ass pussies. Is like they show the old man's like the captain's body coming off, and they almost show you like the full skeletal like inside, but they cut away right before it happened. It was like, you pussies. Jory got all fucking scared watching that movie. It was kind of a stupid movie. I don't know. It was all right. I don't know. It was cool. It was cool in the sense that I actually got Jessica to watch a scary movie with me. And that was like the first time in years that's actually fucking happened. So I was pretty stoked on that. I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking get that microphone right in there, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know, man. What do you guys want to talk about? Yeah, it's cool, dude. Did I talk about Brandon Huck? Brandon Huck's here. Oh, shit. Brandon Huck's on the show today. It's exciting. Get excited, people. So I guess we could talk about movies that I have on the docket for this week, right? Are you guys interested? If you weren't watching, if you were still watching, that means you're paying attention. That means we're paying attention here. So check this out. A Nightmare on Elm Street double tape from like 1996 Anchor Bay, dude. So this is a limited collector's edition, digitally remastered deluxe 2-tape set. So when I was a kid, dude, in like 1998, man, I remember at Blockbuster, Lacey, Washington, my dad taking me and seeing this for sale, okay? I saw this movie for sale, and it was the very first Nightmare on Elm Street copy I ever owned on VHS. So, I mean, yeah, man, I mean, you got the very first film right there. It's kind of cool, right? Check this out. Oh yeah, for anybody that's like, watching the videos. This is why you can't listen just to audio, guys. So it's got a cool little opening here, just kind of like got some pictures and stuff. And man, honestly, dude, it's like one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like honestly, dude, like really when I think about it, dude, the very first Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just, it's so scary, dude. It's a scary film, dude. Like, and yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what to fucking say about it. It's like, don't fall asleep, motherfucker. All right. So, the second tape though, I think it has like a bunch of outtakes and stuff. Which I haven't watched this copy in a very long time, dude. So I should actually like check that out, dude. Next on the docket, we got Puppet Master, dude. I couldn't choose just which one, dude, but I want to show off the whole entire 12 Blu-ray collection. I guess you'd probably start with the first one and get it out of the fucking case here, dude. I mean, this is live television, ladies and gentlemen. Live motherfucking television here. So you got the very first Puppet Master. I got this, dude, because, like, dude, and you can get this a year round. I think this is basically the deal that drives them. So normally this box set's like $120 fucking dollars. And Full Moon is the production company that's behind Puppet Master. If you get their digital streaming, if you pay for a full year's worth of digital streaming on their app, you basically get a free copy of the Puppet Master 12 Blu-ray collection. And like, I know most of you out there are probably like, why the fuck would I want to own all 12 Blu-rays of the fucking Puppet Master series? It's like, what do you think you're missing, man? What do you think you're missing, man? So I don't know. Yeah, for like $60 comparing to like, it's like half off, dude. And you get a full year of like streaming a bunch of fucking B and C level horror films, dude. So it's like, it's a win-win situation. Okay. So, and then we're going to end this. Okay. So I know I'm following online, dude, seeing all you people out there. They're like, oh, look what I got. I just got the Friday the 13th, Shout Factory, Scream Factory box set. So everybody's showing it off. Like, it's all fucking cool and stuff. Well, I don't know if you guys are listeners of Are You Ready, a professional wrestling podcast. I talked a couple weeks ago to Jay McNay about how I bought a Nightmare on Elm Street VHS box set collection. It's like, dude, you already own them all. I know, but now we have the definitive Nightmare digitally remastered. We saw that. This one, when did this one come out? This one probably came out around the same time frame. This one came out in 1999, so this is actually 3 years after the remastered version from Anchor Bay, which Anchor Bay used to be like the Scream Factory. I think Brandon's talked to me about it before. I don't know if they got bought out. I don't really know the true story behind it. But nonetheless, though, we got the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So you turn it around, and each movie is a fixture into the large picture of Freddy Krueger along on the tapes, which, again, dude, like fucking 5 of these tapes aren't even fucking open, dude. Like 5 of them aren't even open. They haven't even been used. So I know I talk about watching the other one, but, and then you got the very first copy right there. The digitally, the 3-year, I don't know, like, would it just be the same copy? I don't fucking know, dude. I'm so fucking high right now. But that's what I want to watch this week. I want to rewatch all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I want to watch Puppet Master. I've been wanting to rewatch all the Friday the 13th films too, dude. So, damn, we got a lot of stuff to do. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's going to take us into our main portion. Ding, ding, ding. It's time for your main event. Brandon Huck is on the show. I call him. Okay, so this is how relaxed I got during this. The one thing I do remember from recording this, I call him Brandon Allen like 3 fucking times on here. So I apologize, Brandon Huck. I apologize. And I owe you 1 can of soda. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Brandon Huck.
All aboard!
Oh, shit. There we go. Light up a joint. Legal marijuana in the house. Brandon Huck, welcome back to the podcast that no one listens to. What's up, sir?
What are you talking about legal weed, man? I had to go into an alley to buy this crap.
Fucking kind of shit is that, dude? It's some shady-ass marijuana shit right there, dude.
I love it, though.
I love marijuana.
Good to be back. It's been a weird
man. I know, dude. We're relaunching the podcast after like a 2-month hiatus, dude, on my end.
Oh, I'm the reboot episode. All right.
No, technically we've done a couple episodes since, but
oh yeah, I've seen throughout the summer.
You're on the reboot schedule, I suppose.
The first one that's back in the studio.
Bahia Mud was here the other day, so
What?
Yeah.
Bahia beat me to it?
Well, she hit me up, dude. Like, I was getting ready to start, like, hitting up people. Like, you know, I always have a short list of, like, who I'm going to have, like, month to month. You know, I always kind of, like, game plan it. Like, okay, I'm going to have this guy, this guy, this guy.
Yeah. You got to plan it out a little.
Yeah, so, like, and then, like, so I'm getting all my shit together. And then Bahia just, like, messaged me, like, 3 weeks ago and was like, hey, I want to be on your podcast. I'm like,
done.
Dope. Yeah, let's fucking do this. So, yeah, she came in. Yeah, she was technically the first guest to come back to be in the studio for the last like 4 or 5 months.
Sounds like a slapping match is in order next time I see her.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make a custom character for her in No Mercy, and we'll solve it. We'll let the computer see who's the better victor.
I know you brought in some surprises here for us. You're like, oh man, I got a Nintendo 64. I'm like, Brandon Huck, I already have a Nintendo 64.
I should have known better. I kind of forgot who I'm coming. Yeah. I'm usually the one providing the game systems, so I don't mind having the backup.
Yeah, I don't know, because again, like we were talking, like I don't even remember the last time you were on the podcast. To tell you the truth, like in terms of like it's been a while.
Maybe it was even fall of last year, right before I started doing all the like when I doubled down on like when I became like the full-time trivia host at Hop, and then we're doing 2 comedy shows a week, and I was doing my rock band got promoted to just from Fridays to weekends.
Yeah, you got pretty fucking busy there.
It got nuts there before the shutdown.
Yeah, dude. No, man, I got the Super Nintendo, I got the Sega Genesis, I got the Nintendo 64, got the PS. I was gonna say the PS5, which I was just reading an article about that.
He's already time traveled and brought a PS5.
Yeah, back. I know, dude. Well, I saw the price tag on it. I was like, oh, $500.
Well, they just announced it today. They just announced it today.
I know. Even though it's gonna be like, no, motherfuckers, that was a month ago. It's like, yeah, man, it's called pre-recorded, bitch.
Yeah, and I'm sure as hell ain't buying the discless version.
Oh, fuck no, dude.
Dude, the minute you go. And that's, I mean, think about, like, well, here's a good example. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World got reannounced. Okay, it's been 10 years. It got delisted for years. And so people were, like, paying money for, like, accounts that had it on there.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, like, there were people just buying accounts and just making Scott Pilgrim on and then, oh, you want to get it? There you go. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, now they're re-releasing it, and that's the big thing. People are saying, like, be physical this time.
Be smart.
Otherwise, it's going to be, I don't want to hear this article in 2030 when the PS7 launches. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World HD is back.
Yeah, right?
History repeats. Don't just support physical, guys. Don't go all digital. You're going to...
Oh, dude.
There are advantages and there's pros and cons to each. Do not get me wrong. But, yeah, just saying, like, I don't even want to have the option to have a disc.
You
suck.
That's honestly why, like, I have like so many DVDs and Blu-rays and like VHS tapes, just because like I'm in that very rare person that doesn't have access to the fucking internet.
Oh yeah, out here.
So like I have to have like a physical copy unless I physically download it onto my system. But then I guess that's where you have external hard drives. I guess you save your shit.
Yeah, and you're never online. I mean, you're on my friends list on PlayStation. I think I've only seen you on once in the last 6 months.
And that's only if I'm updating.
And well, no, you were playing Tony Hawk, the new Tony Hawk, and I was like, oh, you go, boy, you get it.
I just updated because like every once in a while, because like where I work, I have internet access, so I'll bring my PlayStation in and I'll just fucking hook it up. It spent 2 days here. I was probably online 2 days straight for that. Just because I was going on, like I was going through the PlayStation Network, because I always go on and just download a bunch of fucking games. Because I finally spent the money and got the external hard drive, because for the longest time I only had 500 gigabytes.
Oh my god!
So then I upgraded to 5 terabytes.
World of difference.
Oh, dude! I downloaded like all the games that I hadn't played in for so long. I got Battlefront 2 finally for $5 on the PlayStation.
Dude, Battlefront 2, I platinumed that shit. I don't know if I mentioned this since the last time I was here. I platinumed that game.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that for sure, dude. I haven't really gotten to play it too much, dude. I've been playing Tony Hawk, the remastered version of Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then I also got the Avengers game, dude, which I don't know how much you're into like superhero games, but like they're fucking stupid easy, dude, but like they're kind of like a throwback to like a beat 'em up game, but like
I would love it. I just don't like it kind of goes back to the future of games. There's supposed to be like cheap monetization around it that is just like bullshit costumes, like the Avengers Verizon edition.
Yeah, fuck that
for $1.99. But then the idea was they were trying to like season pass it and shit, and you're like, dude, this looked like a great single player. Like, we're not trying to don't monetize it. Just focus on the game, make it good. Yeah. And I'm sure it's fun, but that's the thing, is that they started secretly at the last minute before it came out. Oh, by the way, fuck that. Nobody wants that shit.
So far, I haven't had to pay anything extra outside of the initial $60 for the game.
But that's the thing, is they want you to have it as like a base game and make it call it a live service.
Right. It's GTA 5.
Jesus.
Right? I mean, that's how...
GTA 5 makes sense because they're actually adding like they added a fucking casino to it. A casino. I mean, I go to the casino.
You actually spend real money on it?
If you don't have any GTA money, yes, you have the choice to buy, like, get a $20 card to get $1 million or something.
Oh, that's not bad. Get $1 million on that, like
in the last like 2 months though, Rockstar's literally given me like $4 million for free, just for logging in.
You're on there, yeah.
And I barely play the damn game.
I've noticed that like a lot of the services will like be like, hey, get this for free if you fucking sign up. Like I've been ordering a lot of shit off Amazon, and like I kind of like trick my wife. I don't trick my wife, but like she doesn't
hear this, does she?
Oh fuck no, she doesn't listen to this shit. I've said so much shit on here, but so like she doesn't like me buying fucking like horror films and stuff of that nature. She kind of frowns upon it. So if I'm on, because we have the Prime account linked to her Amazon account,
and so it'll show up like other movies you might like sorority throat slashing party. You're like, no, I just wanted like a nice seashell.
Oh, she'll fucking
soap dish for the bathroom.
She'll threaten to cancel it. She'll be like, I saw you fucking ordered, fucking Train House Wreck 5. And I'm like, what? What are you watching? What do you got against Train House Wreck 5? And she's like, fucking nothing, but still, I don't want you to have it.
I saw the first 4 and I had to see how it concluded.
She's just a hella conservative in that sense, too. And she's just never really been in, because like she grew up in Tampico out in North Fork. So she's been in the woods by herself, so it's like like that really fucking freaks her out. Like
that's
she has a thing where like she
loved Blair Witch Project. Then
you know what's funny? Actually, my buddy Kevin just moved to Chicago, and he gave me a bunch of different fucking VHS tapes. I don't necessarily think that was in there, but we were going through it, and that movie came up like in the conversation. She's like, that's actually one horror film I would like to go back and rewatch because she's seen it. But yeah, dude,
And I do want to touch back on something we just touched on. Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
Because there's I have a note here that says Grand Theft Auto Online. Something happened the other day, and I think it's kind of funny to me. So over the summer, I picked up a second PlayStation Vita. And I don't have it under my main account name. It's whoever the kid who had it before me didn't log out. And I ended up hacking the thing, and then I kind of keep it for situations like this. So I logged in and I'm playing. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, right? Middle of nowhere. Like in the northern part of the map. And all of a sudden, nowhere, like some guy killed you. And you're like, what the where is anybody out here? And then you log back, respawn you, and you go like 2 steps. Same dude kills me again. Does it 3 times in a row. I'm standing still the 3rd time, like, okay, I'm just standing here. 2 seconds later, boo, wasted.
What the fuck?
And so, yeah, I'm not thrilled. And so I got on my new Vita, and using the old account, I'm like, hey, what's this fucking guy's name? And I type in messages, and I type his name, and I send him a message and I go, punk bitch. And and all of a sudden, Mr. Sniper, who's on me every 2 seconds, suddenly he's not paying any attention now. And I'm like running the fuck away. I'm like, this is some bullshit. But I'm sitting there acting like some like 12-year-old kid, like, yeah, fuck you, just saying stupid shit, like nothing creative. But the guy's just like, oh, yeah, whatever, kid.
Online etiquette.
Yeah. And he's like, whatever, kid. Like, you got the wrong guy. And I go, no, man, you're totally killing me in Warzone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is Warzone?
I acted like I was playing that Call of Duty fucking Fortnite multiplayer.
See, I've never played Fortnite, bro. I'm not into that.
I'm not really. I know the premise, but I'm not into it.
See, the thing is like I probably would play it, but the fact is, again, I don't have the fucking internet. I know my kids have asked me so many times, "Look, can we get fucking Fortnite?" I'm like, we don't have the internet. Like, get off it already, guys. Like, go to the next one.
But no, this guy was so fucking distracted, and he was actually engaging with me, and I'm like,
it was like Warzone means you're free, right? Like free range.
I'm playing a different game.
Oh, Okay.
So they acted like, oh, my bad, I have the wrong guy. It must be the other guy with, it was 2 underscores, not 1 underscore. My bad.
I understand. Just look, dude. I'm not even
like, you got the wrong guy, kid. And meanwhile, my guy's just running off into the like, fuck you, whoever you are, asshole. And so like, I would randomly throughout the, I'd kind of pay attention. Like every 5-10 minutes, I'd log back on and kind of see like where his person was at. And I put another message later. I seem like he's near the arm wrestling thing. And I'm like, hey, want to arm wrestle? I'll show you my feats of strength. Because I know that he's at the arm wrestling thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's like, how the fuck does this kid know?
Because you looked up his gamer tag and just messaged. Do you do that to a lot of people? Or
I've only done this to people that do shit like that. Like I said, he was just like sniping me every 2 seconds when I'm logging in. It's just like, that's not fun.
I'm so fucking lazy when it comes to that, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's taking me out. Oh shit, I could send him a message and start harassing him and like start this whole campaign of fuckery.
But that's why I'm doing it from a secondary account, so I don't ban my main account.
Okay.
So who cares if this fucking account
account ban you for that shit?
Yeah, who cares if my account gets
that?
Who cares if my account gets banned? Some kid who sold their Vita to a pawn shop and didn't wipe it clean.
Well, there you go. I guess, yeah. I mean, under that.
So I'm using some other account, so the guy has no clue. Yeah. He doesn't see my name in there, even though he doesn't think I keep killing this guy over and over again. And it's not, well, why don't I just message him like, hey, is everything? Do you have a problem or nothing like that?
It's like, dude, fucking, what the fuck, man? I'm playing Minecraft. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. Kind of funny though. Just the guy was like, what the?
Yeah, no, that is a really funny story.
Like
man.
jingling the keys, like over here, because he's just being a dick.
Yeah. It reminds me, I remember back in the day, like, when I was playing a lot online, I played a lot of Madden. And so you just play those random online matches. And I remember I was down in Kentucky at one of my buddies, at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
And, like, I just got on there, and, like, I don't know, for some reason, I was getting my ass, like, handed to me or something. And I was just like, fuck this. And I just, like, I bounced out. And he just fucking messaged me within, like, 30 seconds. He's like, bitch! Like, all fucking, it's like, whatever, you dumb idiot.
Dude, saying
like,
bitch is great.
Oh, yeah. It's an underrated word, you know.
I love it. Just a punk bitch is all you gotta say.
Punk bitch.
Those 2 words. All it takes.
You see their eyes light up. They're just like, "What'd you just fucking say?" You like, you fucking heard me. You heard me. You punk bitch.
Oh my god, speaking of punk bitch, absolutely no segue whatsoever. Another little thing I wrote here on my thing, just to change topics a little bit. I am absolutely in love with this band. I don't know if you've heard of Clowncore.
I've never fucking heard of Clowncore. Anything you ever, like, I just come in here looking to, like, get educated, you know? Anytime you're on my podcast, bro, it's just like, I'm just gonna sit back for fucking, hour and a half, and we're just gonna listen, dude.
Spend the 10 minutes looking up their discography, because, I mean, it literally takes 10 minutes to watch all their songs. They're all, like, these minute long, like they put a new video out today called Van, and they're just getting driven around in a van. It's like these 2 guys, like think a 2-person Mr. Bungle. Did you ever listen to Mr. Bungle much?
I know of Mr. Bungle, and I actually really just recently bought a Mr. Bungle CD from some random shop up in, like, Olympia.
Ooh, which one?
I don't even fucking know, dude. I can't even say it. I went on a whole CD thing where I was just going to pawn shops later. Yeah, it's in my car.
But nonetheless, so it's like that weird kind of like that weird style is crazy, and they wear clown masks, and like this time around, the first album they were in a porta potty recording all their songs, and it had songs like Toilet and Hell, and they were just exactly as awesome as you think they are. Like, in fact, even the dude in one of the songs in the
how many
porta
people
potty,
are in the band?
just 2 guys.
Just 2 guys.
And one of the videos, the guy takes his dick out and puts it on the key. It's like it starts with a saxophone.
Oh, jeez.
But in the new one, Van, they're being driven around in a van. This guy's just not saying a word. He's just wearing a ski mask. And at the end, it's like, kind of crazy. And then the song stops, and it shows him pull up to a McDonald's. And the guy's, hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? It's so fucking...
They just keep it going. The guy's just like, what?
It's just like a little 5-second burst of... It's so fucking stupid, but so good.
The guy just, like, gets caught off guard, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah... I'll get a double cheeseburger, Big Mac, fucking small fry.
Did you want sauce with that, sir?
Yeah, right.
No, we don't serve. If you've never heard Clowncore, like I said, look up their videos on YouTube. It is phenomenally amazing.
I'm like guaranteeing 100%, dude. All the listeners out there are googling fucking.
I hope they're looking up Clowncore. Or what's the one I sent you yesterday? The Stella short for Bored. Did you get a chance to watch?
I didn't get a chance to watch that one.
All I'm going to say is Sam Rockwell losing his fake upper teeth and talking about, do I look like some sloppy wet pussy for you to fuck? And then they're like, I don't think so. And the third guy, I kind of think that.
Fucking goes up and just slaps.
Yeah, watch it.
I gotta watch it.
Watch that shit. It's beautiful. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, not safe at work, because there's some, it's just like this show. If you're listening to this at work on headphones, bless your heart. You see that customer out there? Fuck them. That one guy, fuck you. Yeah, you know what you did.
Hey, man. That
one guy. Yeah, you know what you did.
Oh, I know, dude. I don't know, Brandon.
Just say punk bitch in your head.
I take
say the magic spell.
I take pride in my job. I don't know, dude. Like, I always try to have to, like, hype myself up, like, hardcore. Like, every day I'm just like, fucking go in there. I generally care for the most part,
Oh, yeah.
Some days are better than others. But.
No, especially my jobs, man. Especially before the shutdown, I loved all my jobs. That's probably what hurt me the most. So to make up for my sadness, 'cause I was sad the first couple months of lockdown. It sucked, because I'm going from 0 to 60, and then all of a sudden it's like e-brakes, can't do shit. I went from smoking about an ounce of weed a month to about 2 ounces of weed a month.
Smoke an ounce of weed on the regular, dude?
On the regular.
Damn,
about a gram a day. I'm lighting my second half.
I know. I was just gonna say, dude. Like we both lit joints as we sat down here 15 minutes ago and started recording this, and like you smoked one full joint. I smoked barely like a quarter of a joint, and this is the same joint I probably smoked when Bahia was over.
And I brought a 5-pack, and I have like 6 or 7 here, and I've got a couple more in the car for backup.
I know, dude. It's amazing. Like you'll come over, or Jaime comes over, dude, and you guys just fucking smoke tough, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little fucking pussy when it comes to that shit, dude. I'll smoke like one joint. I'll be like, what? Like I made sure purposely because like when I smoked with Bahia the other day, I fucking got fucking ripped and shit for that podcast, dude. So like sometimes I'll just be sitting there like,
See now, I'm gonna tell a little personal thing about Bahia. Bahia and I do know each other. She's friends with my ex-girlfriend, Lily's sister. And so whenever I go to her house to hang out, because I've been hanging out there during the quarantine quite a bit, I've seen Bahia I think twice out there now, just especially like in the last month or so. It's not been most of it, but I've been going out there quite a bit because it's a good place to be. It's safe. I can play my rock band out there. But I'll tell you one thing I did get over the summer. About 2 months ago, if you saw the pictures on Facebook, I got a pair of rats.
Yeah, I saw your rats.
Oh my god! I got an extrovert and an introvert. So I got one that I want one that just wants to sit and sleep and chill, and she's white and she has those red eyes, so she can't see too hot. And all she wants to do is kind of just keep to herself. And then she has a sister who's my extrovert, and she's the one that likes. She's the one that'd be like the archetype of like the person you work with, like, hi, how can I help you? Just like, oh shit, okay.
How much fucking caffeine did you drink today, lady?
She is. But I taught her how to. The first trick I taught her is how to ask. You want something? Because I have like a running section, like where there are cages. I have like these boards that run in my room, and there's like 3 different areas I can run to, these shelves and stuff, and one of them is my computer desk. And so Domino is my hyper one. Mm-hmm. So Domino will sit there and like lean over the desk. And if I'm eating something, I'm like, no, you can't have this. But if she's really interested in it, she does this little spin. She spins around in a circle, then tries it. Like, okay.
So you gonna give me some now? What?
Yeah, so that's the trick I taught her. So now she knows to ask.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. And every morning I let them have Cheerio hunts.
Yeah.
I put Cheerios in random spots on their shelves and let them, oh my god, I'm finding Cheerios. Are you seeing this shit, bitch?
Right. No, dude.
No, it's great having pets. I haven't had pets in... fucking since I've been back to Yakima. Like I had a rat when I moved back here like 7 years ago. It died like in the first like 3 months I was back.
Right.
They don't live very long, but she was a good companion, Rosie.
Yeah. We had a hamster actually. He lived the full like 3 years with their life expectancy, dude. But like he would get out in the middle of the night, dude, and like I'd get woken up to hear like a banging noise in my fucking laundry room, and it's just like, what the fuck? And
he got out.
He'd get out.
A little escape. Yeah,
it's a funny thing, dude. Like, yeah, he gets the fuck out, and he goes to the same spot every single time under a dryer, dude. Like, unfortunately, like he passed away probably like a couple months before, like probably about a month before, because we actually buried him here before we moved here in our house, and yeah, dude, like when we moved out the dryer, dude, there was a small little nest of Bobby's little fucking, little area. He was cool as shit, dude. I mean, like I said, 3 years, man. He fucking, but he was cool as shit. He'd like just chill with you and stuff.
And that's rodents.
He didn't like, I don't know.
Rodents are so fucking cool because they have that spot. They have their people and they have their spot.
Yeah.
And so like that's why I don't worry about the girls when they fall off if they do fall off their boards, they climb on my bed and they just explore my blankets and shit until I figure out that they've fallen.
Yeah, man. Like we've had.
They don't want to go run off.
Yeah, we've had guinea pigs in the past, dude. But that shit was like way. Like I never cleaned it up because like my wife was the one. Because this is before we were allowed to have a dog and cat, and like so like we were like, okay, well the landlord won't allow that, so we'll get birds, we'll get a fucking hamster, and we'll get fucking.
That's the whole reason I even had a rat the first time 20 years ago was. I lived in like roommate situations or in like small apartments in Seattle, and you can't have dogs or cats without spending like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, you got deposits.
So it's like shit for $100. I can take care of a rat for a year.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. And they only have a life expectancy for a year.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
3 years. The worst thing, the worst offender would be like tumors.
Right.
They're susceptible to tumor. And then my first rat, he loved bong rips. He would hear this right here. He'd be asleep and oh shit, it's weed time.
I had a dog that was like that, dude, especially in her old age. She had glaucoma and she had like pretty sure she was just like it was a real fucking mess at the end. But yeah, she would like we would do the same thing. We'd be down in my room and hear the fucking lighter go off, and like you'd hear at the door, dude, like she'd be like like hit, and then you'd be like, Tasha's here, and like dude, I have friends that fucking attest to that, dude. Like
I love that.
It's insane. Like, animals love fucking weed.
But the thing is, like, it's not good for rats. They have really poor respiratory systems.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of foolish looking back, but at the same time, like, he would sit there and put his little paw through, like, I want some of that. You pull.
Well, it's just like any human being that's gonna smoke fucking cigarettes.
They're gonna do it anyways. I was like,
well, shit, I got it was a COPD or whatever. Fucking, I'm gonna buy that pack of Marlboro still though.
Yeah, you don't care. Got his oxygen tank. You don't care.
Oh, it's like my dad, dude.
It lights up around the oxygen tank.
God, that's fucking hardcore shit right there.
Yeah, that is the next level. That's why I would hate to switch to edibles if I'm ever on an oxygen tank.
I love edibles. Dude. I've been taking a lot of edibles here recently. Like, I get the, for like $20, you get like 10 fucking, like 10 milligram fucking, gummies, dude. I just like, I'll eat those. Like, I only eat like one or two, one usually a day. And then I got a new bong, dude. So like, I'll take fucking bong rips at night and stuff. But,
I love bong rips. Bong rips
definitely like if you're like having to like go to work or anything or like going out and about, dude, like just, you can just slip in a fucking, no one knows the difference, dude. I mean, make sure you just, the great thing is it's just like, obviously, you don't have to, like, use hand sanitizer, like, get the smell off your hands or anything. You're not brushing your teeth. You're not fucking...
Oh, yeah. See, I don't get too paranoid about that.
Like, you definitely got to get the Visine in there sometimes. Like,
see, I've never been paranoid like that, I guess. Well, I don't care if I smell.
If I have to go to fucking work or something, like, I got to do it at work. Yeah. I mean, if I'm around people, like, there's been certain times where you go to the bathroom, you look in your eyes, like, fuck.
I am big.
Yeah.
Like,
what am I doing right here?
Fucking ripped.
I know you're all moving just slow, dude. Fucking... I took mushrooms here.
Oh, so
like
did
a month ago, yeah.
I did about 2 months ago, and then was it Brandon Allen?
Yeah,
came up fucking on. He did acid at the camp thing I do, that camping trip I take every year. Yeah. He's like, yeah, let's go down to the fucking river, and I'm like, all right, dude, it's kind of dark. Like I'm still on a good mushroom trip, so let's go, man. Like I know this route like the back of my hand.
Right.
Been doing it for like 20 years. Like trust me, and we're fucking taking the hike. And halfway, he's like, dude, you're gonna fucking kill me. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing to me, Brandon?
He told me that too. And he said the same shit. He's like, Brandon Huck tried killing me, Kevin Porter. I'm like, what?
I'm not trying to fucking kill you, Brandon. And I said, like, dude, if anything, I got Josh Welcome hiding out here. And he's like, what? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm just fucking with you. Like, you're
fucking bring Josh Welcome around Brandon while he's on acid.
I go, Brandon, look at me. You're safe. If I didn't think you were gonna be safe, I wouldn't have said, let's go try this hike. Like, I know this, I've been doing this for 20 years, I know this path.
This area, yeah.
Like, this area is like my backyard in a way. Mm-hmm. Like, please trust me, I'm not here to kill you.
You guys up by, like, Spokane?
No, this is up past the Woodshed restaurant. Kind of out, up down 12.
Okay.
Little spot.
Okay.
Or not, is it 12? Or not 12, the other one. Anyways, it's all on fire right now.
Yeah, everything's on fucking fire in my room, fucking outside.
Oh my God. Like you have an amazing view here normally, and like you can't see. It's straight up Silent Hill out here. I mean,
bro, when we had the fire though, like a month ago or whatever, when that ridge was on fire over there, dude, we had such a fucking perfect view, dude. I was just sitting on my porch, dude, watching it.
Woof.
It's been fucking gnarly this last year up in Yakima, Washington, especially anybody out there that... I mean, hopefully at this point, by the time like people are listening to this, hopefully it's subsided, which it usually does within a month or two, but like... Yeah, I mean, when you really look at like the map of all the fires, dude, like it's ridiculous.
I'd say 2 or 3 more days of this minimum. It's not... I mean, I've been in my room for the most part the last like 3 or 4 days, like just a room like half the size of this.
Right.
And I mean, I make it work, but woof.
Right.
I had to go. I went to Olive Garden and ate lunch the other day, and like, give me the fucking dinner size Alfredo. I need out of this. I ain't trying to make shit at home. I'm trying to get out.
God, man, I haven't gone to Olive Garden forever, dude.
It was bomb, dude. And they have the $5 take home right now. I'm not endorsed by them, but yeah, you know what time it is when they got that $5 take home. You're like, yeah, that's easy lunch the next day.
Yeah,
that's 3 minutes in the microwave. Let's go.
I always remember when we did open mic at the Sports Center and shit. Like, you'd always throw it up as an idea, like, let's go to fucking Olive Garden.
Go to Olive Garden, man.
'Cause that's like, it seems like that's like their promotion that they run, like, year round for the most part, in a sense.
Yeah, they stopped it for a little while.
Yeah, they always do. They stop it, then they bring it back, and they stop it. Like my company does the same fucking shit, dude.
No, it's a trip, man.
If I would have known you were gonna have a fucking promotion in a month, I would have fucking waited. Well, shit, dude. They never tell me either, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're not part of the marketing team.
Yeah. We find out when you find out, so shut the fuck up.
So to ease my sanity, another thing I did was I've been trying to go through some of my old games and try to I'm just gonna fucking hunker down and just beat some of these fucking games. Like not be social with people, cut off social media as much as I can.
That's good. That's a good thing there. You're a good man for that.
Because it's every time I fucking log in, it's like the same 5 or 10 viewpoints. I don't block people for having opposing viewpoints because I want to hear what they have to say. So I hear both sides of this fucking crazy tale going on right now.
Of course.
And I'm just like, fuck all of you right now.
Dude,
It's too much.
The back and forth between both sides is ridiculous.
The back and forth is too much, and it's like, you know what? Like, if you see anything I've posted, like, what's the thing I did the other day? I posted, I finally picked up Shadowrun for Super Nintendo after 2 decades. I don't know where my copy's been, and I just picked up the Genesis version last year. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, let's, because they're kind of different games. Like the Genesis one's more about you pick, I think, one of 3 archetypes, and the role playing is based upon how you would play how would these characters interact, and the Super Nintendo's one more focused to that character. So you're kind of that Decker where you can plug in the computer shit into a thing called the Matrix.
Uh-oh.
This was 93.
Shit.
Well, 89 for the pen and paper, and so it's been they basically made the idea of your head and the computer and Matrix and shit. And the game takes place in Seattle in 2050.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of think Blade Runner meets fantasy.
Okay.
So you have shamans that can actually cast magic. You have orcs, elves.
And it's all does it take place within an actual city
it's in the slums of Seattle.
Wow.
Is where each game and in the game I was playing, the Super Nintendo game, with the first day we had all the fires, I was kind of locked in my room all day for the first day. I just bought the game, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bring my Super Nintendo home, and I think I beat 2/3 of it in a day.
Right.
Just remembering oh my god, riding a bike. Fuck yeah.
Just I remember.
Oh my god, I remember this boss fight. It started the beginning's tough. But once you get past the intro, the first probably 30 minutes of it or so, it just goes, and it's so good. Right. And I just taken the ferry over to Bremerton.
Well, that's straight up, dude. I mean,
straight up.
Yeah, I mean that's not some bullshit. They're like, he took it to Olympia. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
No,
I can look at a map.
But they also do have some things. I found out years later that the Shadowrun universe continues to grow year to year. So they're in 2077 or 2080 now in the game. So every year, so they're growing a lore. What? And so now there's Enumclaw, there's lore going out there and stuff like that. And I was joking from one of the producers at PAX a few years ago, and I was like, so is there going to be centaur people out there in Enumclaw? And he goes, hilarious. Oh my god, that'd be funny to squeeze that in, but no.
Yeah. You all play the game. You're like, motherfucker took my idea.
There's horsemen. No, I would die laughing. I wouldn't. I'd love for him to take that idea. Put centaur people in Enumclaw in the Shadowrun lore.
Right.
I'm a longtime fan. I haven't had a good pen and paper session of it in years, but I used to play it back in junior high. Pen and paper. And so when the games came out, I had the Super Nintendo game, and as it came out when I first year in high school.
Right. And
I geeked on that shit back in the day. It's one of those it's isometric too, so it's that kind of cool. You even have the guy with the jacket, and he's all, you put the cyber shades on and shit. You know,
that's it's good shit, man.
I love it, man.
I've been doing the same thing, man. Just going back and re-going over games, and playing new games that I never got to play. On the Super Nintendo and Sega, dude. I really got into since last time I really hung out, dude. I've really stepped it up in terms of my collection.
No, I'm looking down here and I'm seeing a lot of N64 plastic and Genesis plastic down here.
Yeah, and then all my Super Nintendo games are on the other side. I don't have that extensive, but nothing rare or anything. I think the coolest games that I have, especially for my Sega, is Zombie Ate My Neighbors.
That's a solid title. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's rare per se, but it's definitely
it's one of the more expensive titles for sure.
I think it's it's 70, 80 these days. It's good.
Yeah. And then
I want Haunted again. The Haunting with Poltergeist.
I've never seen that.
It's an EA game they did where you haunt. This family moves into this mansion and you're the ghost of it.
Cool.
And so they walk into a room and I'm gonna haunt the TV. And so when they walk into the TV, you activate the trap and roar, hands come out of the TV or something. Or
so you gotta time it.
So you haunt these things, and then when the people come near, you gotta basically scare them out of the house. I had it back in the day. And I just remembered, I thought about the game maybe 6 months ago, and I was like, oh shit. So I threw it on my Genesis Mini, those little, they just put out. I had a hacked one.
Of course.
Dude, I got a hacked TurboGrafx Mini.
Oh, that's cool.
During lockdown.
I never got to play. I never got to play the TurboGrafx, but I'm aware of it. And
I had one back in the 90s. I'm not just some nostalgia train rider. I legit had one. I remember playing it at the Fred Meyer on 40th. They had a display model, and I was like, whoa.
Actually, when they had display models, man. I guess they still kind of have them now.
Kind
of. You go to the Walmart, I think they have like an Xbox or something.
Yeah, they're not as common as they used to be. But shit, I remember seeing Atari back at the Sears at Union Gap. They had
when Sears actually had like a legit.
They just had it like they just had like a little CRTV on the counter and like a pile of like 5 or 6 games, and then the Atari just sitting there.
Oh, that's what's up.
And you just played the games, just checked them out.
So like, hey man, I'm gonna come in here. I'm thinking about buying this. Like, this is the 5th time this week, Brandon Allen or
Brandon Allen. Shit, no, it's all right.
I see the name come up on my phone. Like when you texted me earlier, I was like, "What's Brandon Allen?" Texted me. Oh. I talked to him so much,
But no, TurboGrafx. It wasn't really a 16-bit machine, but it was like a dual 8-bit. Like it had like I think 8-bit video and 8-bit audio, and that's why that's 16. No, that's not really what they're counting.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking count.
So it's basically like a glorified NES or Sega Master System.
Right.
But they're dope, man. If you've never went down that, and then they added a CD add-on for it. Mm-hmm. And that's when I kind of fell out of it, because I picked mine up, I think, 91 at the Goodwill, of all places.
Oh, wow.
And they had only been out like a year or so, and I'm kind of like, cool, I'm a TurboGrafx owner now.
I guess so, dude. I mean...
I've been reading about these in the magazines and shit. Sounds cool. Like, I'm into it. And, I sold it years later, and I kind of regretted it, and then I got they had a handheld that came out at the same time. So like what the Switch is now, where it's like you can take the same cartridge and take that cartridge and play it at home or on the go.
That's what's up.
That's what the TurboGrafx had with those original cards. You could play it in the Turbo Express or inside the home console.
Right.
And so the rare games that had like a password save, like they had Newtopia, which is like a Zelda clone. It was a password save.
Okay.
And if you had the CD add-on, you can use the system ROM.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It was ahead of its time in ways, but yeah, it was just a little too much too late or too early. Like
right, too early, I would say. I mean,
yeah, a little too ahead of its. Like Japan loved it.
Right.
Oh, they embraced it.
Yeah, that would make sense a lot, dude.
Yeah, over there, it's called PC Engine, and if you get the Mini, there's a feature where you hit the PC Engine icon, and it switches over from TurboGrafx to PC Engine.
Oh no shit! So
and it has a different set of games.
Yeah,
and it has I think it has like 4 gigs on board, so it has some CD games on it, like Snatcher and fucking a bunch of cool CD based games I've never even heard of.
It's just like stock in there that
you get it. And they say the hack is ready, but it's not ready because there's a lot of cool features the thing does now. Like when you pick the game, it like shows like the cartridge going into the slot, or if it's a CD based game, it shows the cartridge you need, the system card, and then like you hear the CD laser like reading the disc,
like boots up and stuff.
That noise that CD players make, that laser. It's like no. This was worth the $100. It was supposed to come out on my birthday. Like my birthday was the first day of lockdown. St. Patrick's Day.
Shit.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah. So I was like, you gotta be happy birthday me,
right?
And the fucking I came home. I went to the casino that afternoon with my friend because we wanted to see, because that was when lockdown was kind of starting to happen. And we're like, let's go see let's see how it looks at the casino. And it was just so weird seeing every other machine shut off and just 10 people there.
I know.
But I came home and the fucking city was trying to tow my car.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm like, excuse me? She's like, are you Brandon? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I knocked on your door like 3 times. And she watched me pull up.
I know, it's like, obviously I wasn't home.
And I'm like, yeah? And she's like, well, I'm here to tow your car. And I'm like, oh, fuck that, you're not. And I'm like, got out and I'm pushing my car into my fucking yard.
Why are they trying to tow it?
Because my tabs expired that month.
Oh, so it's just sitting on the streets and stuff. So they're like, "Hey."
Well, that's the thing, is that week we were gonna go get tabs and stuff. Mm-hmm.
It's no big deal. Like they shouldn't be trying to tow your fucking thing after 1 month of sitting on the streets.
Well, it wasn't even 2 weeks, and so that's what I was telling her. I go, "Where's the orange sticker?"
Yeah, right. They didn't even give you a warning.
And here's the thing: I found out later they changed the law.
Oh, did
back
they?
in like December.
Jeez.
Yeah, and basically it was, you know, we had that...
I want to say I heard something about that.
Here's what happened basically was we had all those RVs parking in random parking lots everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Like the Home Depot parking lot had a fucking RV there for like 9 months.
Jeez.
Not that we were counting.
I would have been.
Well, I used to go to the Taco Time there. Well, I still go to the Taco Time there, right there. So it's like, yeah, like I was like, that was the running gag for a while. Like, oh, that RV is still there.
Right.
Like, holy shit. Like, man, if I need a fucking cheap place to live, I know where to go. And so basically we were having a really huge problem with that in late 2019 and in Yakima. And the city council passed this ordinance kind of slyly, basically saying, hey, if you have expired tabs, we can just tow your car now. There's no 3-day warning. And they didn't make anything about it. Yeah, and so after this all happened, I looked into it, and I'm just like, oh, this is fucked. So I'm like waiting for a court date and shit. They've bumped it twice.
Wow. So are they trying to make you pay a ticket right now, or?
I was just trying to like.
Well, did they tow the car, or did you get it?
I got my tabs that day and everything. Right. It wasn't a problem. Like, well, that accelerates that shit. I'll use my birthday money to go fucking.
I guess we're going to the Ray's Thriftway down the road.
Yeah, going there now.
I was just thinking in my head, I was like, where do you go to get tabs? I was like, oh yeah, you go to like license.
But yeah, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, she's like, well, I knocked on your door. And when I said that, I was like, bitch, I don't go to your house. And like, oh, I knocked on your door. Sorry, I cut your tree down.
Yeah, right. Like,
but I knocked. Hey, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
No, fuck you. That is a whack-ass excuse, and you know it. That is just
that law is just fucking complete bullshit to begin with. Like,
but that's just
I get it. Like, yeah, but like, I mean, to who's the person that's scoping it out in the first place? Like, why are they even going? I mean, like, I get it. Like, the parking guy goes around and like gives you a ticket if you're parked on the wrong side of the road or the wrong way. But like, I mean, like, are they like all checking tabs and shit too? I mean, that's pretty fucking Nazi shit, dude.
It's Nazi shit, but it's also too. Of course, I did a little Facebook post on the WTF What Happened in Yakima Facebook group, and I'm like, anyone else here have issues with...
No, actually, I think I remember you posting that.
And all of a sudden, I had, like, just all these people like, yo, like, you're singing my song. Like, they come to my neighborhood. I'm the first house in the little area. They ticket me. Everyone else is fucking parked like assholes and backwards and side in the middle of the street. Oh, I don't see anything. I did my one for the day. Let's go home and fuck off. Like,
I have no respect for parking ticket people. Dude, those guys are like, they're technically cops, but like they're the lowest of cops.
Yeah, it's pretty whack. And that's the thing too. I was telling her, like, this is my fucking birthday. Like, this isn't like a way to get out of the ticket, but like, happy birthday, me. We're about to have a lockdown. Mm-hmm. You're here randomly talking. Fuck you.
She's like, well, you're the fifth person to tell me that today.
Yeah, and so
it's everybody's
I ended
birthday.
up calling the prosecutor's office because this one office, like after my second cancellation, I called the prosecutors, and the prosecutors called that office back, and I'm kind of like, okay, you just passed me back and forth like a divorced kid.
So what? And I guess like, I don't know, maybe I didn't catch it, but like, what are you pursuing at this point? I mean, if you got the tabs, that should have settled it, right?
Well, here's the thing. In May, the city council actually had a meeting about this very topic. Mm-hmm. Supposedly it was on one of the agendas about like, hey, we need to reel this back because it's actually affecting more citizens than it is the people who the law was intended to affect.
Yeah.
Because
we're going after homeless RVs, guys. Come on, like, let's focus where
we're trying to clear up the parking lots. No, and I don't mind that because we had an RV living last summer across the street from me at the church parking lot, and the church was letting them live there. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine and all.
Fine with it.
I go, that's fine and all to a degree, but after 3 days, and they're sitting there watching your schedule when you come and go, they're watching you because they're the only thing going on in the neighborhood. That's a bit creepy. And on top of that, you're not the one hearing their meth-fueled arguments at 3 p.m.
So you gotta talk to the pastor over there and be like, hey, no more homeless RVs, guys.
I called him. I was like, dude, they're having an argument right now. I go, and you're out. I go, I've already looked up. You live at this place out in the middle of West Valley. He probably doesn't live too far from here. I'm like, why don't you let him stay on your property? You got all this space.
They're like, well, Brandon Allen, see, I own this church, and therefore,
Go
fudge yourself.
Let me keep calling me Brandon Allen.
Oh, dude, that's again. I'm horrible, dude. I'm sorry.
I need to smoke some more weed, Kevin Porter.
I was already gonna say, dude, that's the fucking marijuana, dude.
But yeah, though it is. So apparently that was the whole thing. It's like when I tried to tell the prosecutor's office that kind of stuff, they're like, we don't want to talk about the case. I'm like, this is all over a $20 fucking ticket. This is not like some.
So they gave you the ticket, so you're just fighting.
I was about to pay the $20 ticket. That was fine. But then randomly towing my car, like during that time period when I had to respond to the ticket, after like 4 days after getting the ticket, go to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't have two. You have 2 weeks.
Oh, so they gave you a ticket then, and then they gave you like 3-4 days to respond to it?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say like even parking tickets you get longer. I mean, or like speeding tickets or something.
I was like, yo, I was gonna pay that. Thank you very. And that's part of the reason I requested the court date was like, I was like, I need some answers. Or I need to tell someone who's in the because calling you these places are just a fucking you're yelling at a brick wall.
Yeah.
So I need to like tell a judge like, yo, what you're doing is fucked. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like people are aware. And like I think one of the reasons the prosecutor's office wouldn't talk to me is a lot of those people.
Was it go to traffic court? Like what kind of court does that go to?
No court's going on. But check this out. I'll come to that. So the prosecutor's office wouldn't take my call because I think a lot of them know me from Sports Center. Remember they all used to go there.
Oh yeah, no,
they'd all go. So they know who I am.
Yeah.
So they already have a conflict of interest. Just me going into the court at any of them. I'm gonna know who they are.
Oh, it's that fucking.
Oh, it's that comedian guy.
Comedian guy.
Shit.
He always talked about the devil's coming shit.
He's a mayonnaise fuckface.
But I get mustard on
so
my head.
I was calling him and I go, y'all be living in 1920. I'm living in 2020 because check it out.
Living in 1920.
I go, check it out. They now have Zoom court you can do. They have companies that offer online court, and I would pay the $20 of that court session fee.
Right.
To have some sort of online court to get this bullshit over with.
I'll pay extra money just to get this over.
Just to fuck you off. No, and they're like, sir, we can't discuss this. And I'm like, call the other office. I'm like, so what's he going to keep passing me back and forth? Fuck you guys.
Give me a court.
So that's the bullshit I'm dealing with.
So they're just not giving out court dates now? Is like court not even happening anymore?
About a week later on that what the fuck Facebook group, somebody posted, I have Zoom court this week. So I did that meme from What the Millers with the kid, and I was like, you're getting Zoom court dates? Like, wait, what? Like, hold on. And I got a lot of laughs on that because a lot of people bitched on those every time I bring it up. It's like, this is some bullshit.
Oh yeah, dude. No, that's
everyone's got a story, and that's not good.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to keep us updated on this one, man. It sounds like you got to battle him. Take it to city council, bro. I don't know, man. You got to just like flag up KIMA or whatever, hit up KNDO, be like, you need to air this shit.
Well, did you hear?
Needs to be heard.
What was it on our comedy chat a few days back? Someone posted something. There's they're gonna start doing drive-through court.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
Oh please, let me do drive-through court.
Shit, dude. Well, I mean, thank God I haven't had to like really do anything with the court system, so I really don't know exactly how they're operating at this moment. Anyway, last time I had to go in there was like for jury duty, and like I ended up getting dismissed after the second day.
Yeah, they could be doing so much right now. They just don't. I mean, shit. I guess if I could take a break in my line of work like that, I guess you take it.
Yeah, I didn't lose a fucking beat, dude. My place of employment was just like, yeah, you're working fucking remotely, dude. So it's like I basically just been hustling.
See, I wish
this
I could.
Whole time.
And I thought about trying to do like trivia remote, but I'm like, man, half the fun is being in the bar.
Trivia remote would actually work better than fucking doing stand-up comedy via Zoom.
Oh, I thought about it.
Doing trivia though would actually be kind of fun, but I guess there's no way to really like tell if somebody's like cheating or not.
Well, I would need so you wouldn't be able to offer prizes or anything. But and I have looked into it. Twitch has like these interactive like trivia things where like you put the question in like the multiple choice up,
right?
And people type in their answers or whatever. They pick the ABCD and they get their scores based on how quickly they answered it correctly.
Okay.
Because
it would make sense if like it
keeps score for you so everyone's on the same page. I thought that was kind of a cool.
Yeah, it's easier for you as a host. You don't have to fucking count that shit fucking next round.
But that's the thing is I like having write-in questions too, where people can write in answers because I love reading the random shit that people put the funny things if they don't know it. And I would tell people if you don't know it, don't leave your answers blank. Put in a weird answer. Just lose the point in style.
Right, you might as well, dude. I mean, that's what we always did. I mean, we like whenever we play trivia, dude. I mean, we'd always fucking take the fucking random.
But some people are so that I don't think a lot of people realize that they go for such perfectionism when they play. They have to get the perfect score, and they don't realize they can't just accept one. I just don't know it.
Yeah,
and they're gonna rack their brain like, oh my god, I know it, and they're gonna sit there. They're gonna miss the last 4 questions of the round because they're so busy tripping on number 2. Like, come on, I know what this is. Right. I know what this is. Fuck. And they're like, they don't concentrate on the rest of it. It's like over 1 point.
Do you ever get people that like try to argue over the answer and stuff?
Once in a while. And I'm pretty good about shooting it down. And I try to be pretty fair about it. It's like, all right, at the end of the round, like, okay, pull it up. Let's see your source. Fire it up. You got the phone in your pocket? Fire up your source. Let me see.
Right.
Show me.
So how often were you proving that they were right?
Once out of probably like 10 challenges, I'd say.
What was do you remember what the question was?
And it was something, I don't remember what the question was, but it was something that I fucked up writing the question.
Ah, okay. So
it's like, no. Like, you guys are right. I see that now. So, never mind. Like,
all right, you get the point. You get the point.
Fuck it. Sorry.
But, I mean, that shit does come. I mean, it really does make a difference. Because, like, dude, I don't know how many times we've gone, like,
writing those shows.
We've gone to, like, Bill's or something to play the Thursday night trivia back in the day, dude. And, like, fucking, we'd go in there, dude, and it would literally come down to, like they'd have the sudden death, dude, more often than not, dude. Like,
yeah, and some, and it just depends on. We never took the main game serious. Like, the main game was just kind of for fun. Like, we would give away some nice stuff during the main round, but the one we had to watch was the final round. Because, like, we would start building up jackpots of, like, $400 or $500. And lo and behold, we've had trivia jackpots in the last two that got built up pretty big. On the other host's watch were essentially stolen.
Yeah, man. See, I never really got the full story on that because I just remember, like, that kind of happened.
Oh,
and
I was
heard a little bit, but like, I knew
pissed.
People were pissed. Like, yeah, go ahead and, like, if you don't mind.
Let's see here. I don't want to name names too, but tell this here. So,
dude, it's a podcast no one listens to, dude.
I know, but
I'm just joking.
Still,
don't name names.
Out of respect,
I understand.
Even this felt disrespectful. So the first one was it was a night I wasn't there. I want to say it was one of the weeks I had my fucking leg surgery. It was the week I had when my leg was fucked up. And one of the regulars the next day on trivia that I knew he was on my Facebook feed, put something like, oh my god, we won $300 and some such dollars at trivia. And I'm like, I put something in there like, oh, what was the final question? And someone had said something like, oh, so that's why you texted me that random thing about that LOL.
Oh, what the fuck?
And nothing.
What a bunch of fucking idiots.
And so for the last, for about an hour, there was nothing. And then all of a sudden, like, this fucking, well, I knew it because blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nobody asked. No. And so I was like, no, I've heard from the regulars that you were on your phone during the final question. You got a fucking notification, and you fucking quickly had an answer written, and you were confident.
Damn, dude. It took like 20 minutes of snooping around, hitting up a couple people on Facebook.
It probably just took 1 second of some dude off. It's like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Mm-hmm. Like, text a friend. But because the host would not pay any attention, he kind of became very
Yeah, as a host of that, I would imagine you got to keep a fucking eye out for that shit.
Yeah, but he wasn't, and he was just not caring anymore. He was starting to really phone it in and just not give a shit. And I would often be at his shows and just be like, hey, is it cool if I use my phone to look up the? Oh, hey, get off your phones, guys! And like I go, you just looked right at them. Took a sip of your beer and just looked at them.
It's like, hey,
should I say something about this? And I would be in the crowd. I was like, yo, can I get on my phone too to look this up? And they're like, oh, I'm just looking at dogs on Instagram. I'm like,
how long do they run the trivia for?
Oh, it ran for like 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that, almost 4.
Well, why didn't they just ask for a fucking break, man? I mean, like.
So get this, the dude on his last show, he's about to take his break. That's when I'm taking over full time. This is Christmas, okay? Mm-hmm. I come into the venue, and we had like $300 or $400 again, like a pretty good chunk on the line here. And we're like, it's his last show. He's gonna do something. Something's gonna fucking go wrong. So what will?
It was just in the air, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I walked in and I couldn't get a fucking seat because it was all his work buddies. The first time they've ever showed up for his show.
Right. That's
a bad sign already. And I'm like, okay. And of course, like they're using their phones during the show and shit. And I'm like. That busts his balls. I'm like, dude, I know it's your last show, but you really gonna let your people be on phones? Oh, hey, we really can't be on our phones.
No, dude, that should be like an automatic. You're out of the game. Like you get like no extra chances on that, dude. Like you fuck around. Like
so
that.
What I would start to do to punish people, and I thought,
kick them out.
No, I wouldn't kick them out. I was like, no, you can keep playing. Just now your score doesn't nullify, and you don't qualify for the big money at the end of the night.
Right. Well, that's
if you want to fuck around, cool. Yeah. You paid your money, fuck around, but you no longer qualify for the big boy shit because you want to play like a little kid. We're playing big boy trivia over here,
right?
And so what happened in the last night is, lo and behold, he's putting on this show, and he's just building up the final question because he likes to get on the mic and get in front of the. Suddenly, he's not behind the desk for the final question. He's always done that. It's a nice little touch, actually. Mm-hmm. Anyhow. He fucking...
Joint number 3 done.
Yeah, it's 3 down. Not bad. So he where was I going with this? So yeah, he's saying, okay, guys, I was looking up this question today, and I'm like, oh God, you've had 2 weeks, 3 weeks to prepare. You looked up the final question today.
Right.
Kill me now. And we even had I had spoken to the staff earlier, and I was like, okay, we're going to put each other in key points over like 2 tables, watching for phones. Like, something's going to go wrong. Mm-hmm. We were all on watch because he was the person who gave away that big chunk last time.
Right.
And it's his last show. And he's building up the hype. He's hyping the question. I don't know if you guys are going to get it. Either all of you are going to get it or no one's going to get it. Let's see what happens. You want to know what the question was? You ready for this?
What was the question?
In what country did the Christmas tree originate?
Wow. See, it seems like a lot of people would know something like that. Yeah.
If you take 2 fucking seconds and think about Christmas carols, what's the one Christmas carol about a Christmas tree?
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree.
But what's the original language it's in?
I'm guessing Germany. Yeah.
Bingo. Congratulations. Yeah. It's like
there you go. I just won $300.
It's no, and that's the thing is, nobody won $300. Everyone won $2 fucking dollars. Because there's fucking 70 people there.
They all paid it out.
And they only got $3.75 or something, $4 each or something stupid. And I even said bullshit, new question.
Oh, you fucking called him out on
it? In the middle of the crowd. I said, nope, new question.
You just thought of that today? You just thought that today? Come on.
Everybody at the same exact time was running up with their papers. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, no, new question. This is some bullshit. This is some you did not know this? Mm-hmm. Are you fucking kidding me? I go, the whole room just won. He goes, well, it's a Christmas miracle. It's my last show, so you know what? That sounds great. And I'm kind of
Brandon, he's just like,
and I turned around and I just went up the stairs, that little back ramp, because I was livid. And I was just arms folded, just breathing, and the kid who worked there, a few minutes later, I came back down and he's like, you're not going to kill anybody, are you? And I'm like, maybe. Because I knew after that was the final trivia of the year pretty much. And, I did do myself doing an end of year What the Huck, I did a year-end trivia that year for last year. And then, starting in January, I was taking over full-time weekly, and I'm thinking, dude, now people have no fucking incentive to come out in January. You just fucked my show, because I'm paid on commission.
Right.
I'm based on sales. How much I make in sales is how much I get paid, and no one's here to fucking play trivia. But all your coworkers got fucking $3. Wow. You're a fucking dick. And no, I've been pissed about it. I was mad, and then one of the main workers there, she's neighbors with the guy. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna stop being his friend and stuff like that. I'm like, well, not exactly, but I'm not exactly going rushing towards him anymore for shit like that, because that was some bullshit.
Yeah, it does sound like bullshit, dude.
And then, like I said, I was getting a lot of other weird shit was happening in January and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? That's when, in February, I was just having this moment. It's like, dude, I need to fucking stop. I need to start taking a break, because I almost broke down, because I had 2 friends of mine that were my age pass away, a month apart.
Wow.
And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is where the year starts.
2020 was not a good year, dude.
This has been a terrible year. And then, like I said, I knew that if I kept going the pace I was going with the stress and all that, and like I said, I don't exactly, I have a place to go that's stable, but I don't have a working environment.
Right.
And I was literally eating, sleeping, shitting my work in that little room. The only time I left the room was to go do the shows. And it was really taking its toll. You saw I was starting to get a little distant there. I was just like, dude, I can't even, should I be writing jokes? I forgot. This is comedy tonight. Right. Fuck, I didn't write any material this week. I've been so busy trying to get the show done.
Right.
Because I was running a pretty high-quality trivia show. I was putting a lot of effort in that. Then the rock band on top of it, oh my God. That was another 14-hour weekends.
Right.
Just 2 nights of fucking rocking out with people. By Saturday night, I was
It seems like
done.
that would have been a fun gig, though, just being able to go play fucking rock band.
So that's why, in February, that's why I started cutting a lot of the trivia and comedy stuff. I was like, yo, time out.
Yeah.
Before I don't want to die doing this. Then I was like, I'll just come back around my birthday. Give me a couple weeks.
Yeah, you definitely need to take a break at that point, dude.
And then when my planned comeback was my birthday, and that's...
Oh, shit, dude. So you got fucking left... Oh, man. See,
I was social distancing before it was cool.
Before it was cool. Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say, I remember those. Yeah, that last like month or two. Yeah, you definitely kind of weren't necessarily there all the time.
I was hurt, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Like, I mean, fucking losing 2 friends like that, and then like on top of,
I couldn't cope with the. Yeah. I had no one to talk to really. Like, I was just like it's so busy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it because it was kind of a dark thing,
Yeah.
And in fact, I had even called the Larson Building people in like February because I was gonna start like doing my trivia, like to have an office space out of the Larson. It was like only like $200 a month or something.
Yeah, I've looked into that place. Yeah,
it's stupid cheap, and
it's
I'm
really
like,
cheap,
dude. I could like. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking the money I've saved up over quarantine and like just putting like a prepayment down like on a 6-month lease. Like no matter what happens with COVID, at least I'll have a place to go like write. I'm considering writing trivia and stuff and doing that again.
Yeah.
And I did speak with the Game and Grog people over the summer to make sure that they knew like, hey, I haven't forgotten you. Because I've been pretty distant from a lot of people like socially throughout this. And so I was letting them know I haven't forgotten you, but definitely want to let you know that when we return, like when we can return, like we discussed what their plans were and everything, what phases and stuff. I go, just want to let you know that I'm game to come back.
Right, of course.
But we can't do the free for all like we used to do, because like what we would do, just like, hey, Kevin is playing guitar, D-Rez is on bass. Fucking Hennessy on the drums.
I was gonna say D-Rez is more of a drum guy.
I was gonna say I was put D-Rez on the fucking vocals even. But nonetheless, so you got your band, right? And people would just kind of play, like they usually play like one song, then pass it, or 2 or 3 songs, then just pass it. So now we have to basically set it up to where it's like, no, you guys are kind of locked into a band, and this is like your set time, and you have to be like set up and playing by 9, and by 9:30 you're done.
Right.
And the next block, the 9:30 people, we'll sanitize in between. Then the 9:35 block will start. And
I guess that makes sense because then, I mean, between each song you'd be sanitizing, that would just drag it down that much more. Yeah.
So it'd have to just
more bang for your buck in a sense.
More bang for your buck. People get to play more, but that's the thing is like I do want to keep this way. It keeps the rotation. Like this way, I know.
Oh no, that's actually. I mean, that's smart. That's actually smart.
It's what we'll have to do. I mean, it's a new world, but yeah, I did miss that fucking free for all. Because I mean that seems like it would be a lot of fun just fucking because it's like kind of like karaoke in a sense, but with guitar. It's hyper karaoke. I mean, and all the songs, all the staples of karaoke, the good ones at least, a vast majority of them are already in Rock Band, playable with a full band. So, and some people have a hard time with it because they're so used to that shitty cover version. They're not used to hearing the master track recordings, so they don't like Rock Band. And tell me where I need to sing. I sing how I like. Well, I hate to tell you this, but singing in F sharp minor is not what you need to be singing when you're supposed to be in C fucking major. That's why you sound like a dog going.
I'm so bad. I remember.
Everyone goes out and smokes during your song. Sorry.
Continue. Oh no, I was just gonna say to you, second time shout out Kevin Richardson on this fucking podcast, but like he was doing because he did like DIY plays here in Yakima, Yakima, and so like we did like hair. Fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and like he was doing auditions for Jesus Christ Superstar, and so like,
please tell me you're gonna play Jesus.
This was a couple years ago. Unfortunately, the play never happened. Oh. Yeah, but no, dude. When we did hair though, like, cause like I had long hair,
beautiful
and I cut
hair.
It. Yeah, I cut it, and then and I grew it back obviously now, but like before then I had really long Jesus hair too. So it was like I was really one of the only people that really had like really long fucking like a couple of us did actually, but like. Mine was up. I think mine was the best though.
Well, when you're hanging outside that REO Speedwagon fucking concert in your IROC and the denim jacket, it gave it away.
I know, right? so anyway, like at the end of the audition though, like I was just sitting there and like he's on his piano. He's like, oh, you want to get like a free like like when they judged how kind of your voice is and stuff. Yeah. And he's like, sing here, and I have no confidence whatsoever. Yeah. So like 2-3 times like things in, I'm like, all right, fuck this. It wasn't necessarily that bad, but it was just like I was just so embarrassed by it because like I told him the story. I told him the story like when he moved out or when he moved. But like I remember the first time I met him was when I auditioned for Hair, and I remember I had to sing for that too. And I remember just like thinking to myself after I did it, I was like, "There's no way he's gonna call me back. There's no way." And then like fucking a day later, he's like, "Hey man, you want to be in it?" And it's like, dude, it was like some of the funnest experiences ever, dude.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait to like I said, as much as because Game and Grog wanted me originally to do a karaoke show, and I said no.
Yeah,
no. You already have karaoke, and if you're trying to replace the karaoke guy, that's fine. I just don't care for... Except I've been playing Rock Band for 13 years now, and I've hosted these shows off and on for about a dozen of them.
I was going to say, like, it's like...
Right, in the Seattle area I was doing them.
Yeah, because, like, it seems like that's, like, a thing that would be popular in
Seattle,
bars and stuff. And, like,
it was great.
You definitely don't see it here in Yakima, though.
No, I might be the only person on the east side of the state that was doing it.
I believe it.
If there was anybody on the west side, there was a bar called AFK, I think, in Renton. They were, like, Twitch streaming it. Yeah, it was fine, but yeah, it was, I don't know, it doesn't have that same, because Game and Grog, I got that place going. I mean, and it wasn't just me, I mean, it was the people I mean, you would see the, like, I think one of the last shows we did was a Rage Against the Machine song, that's cool. And people were going, I mean, that place was like, fuck you, I mean, the whole place is, you could feel the floor moving.
That's cool.
It was insane, and, like, I remember, Phil and Kelly looking at me, and they're like, are you fucking for real? I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna get this at karaoke.
Yeah, right.
This is a band experience. This I'd rather have 4 people at a time. Like, it's, I don't know. It's been keeping me sane through the lockdown. I try to play at least on my YouTube channel once a week. I like to drum and sing. I don't know if you can notice. I can sing, by the way, and I can drum like a champ.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dude, I've been drumming since I was a kid. I was in bands as a teenager. I drummed. I was a stand-up drummer.
I always want to, like, invest into a drum set and learn, but I just haven't gone around to actually, like, picking up a drum set, though.
Oh, I know. I could teach you, man. That's the thing I really miss about those shows, is teaching people.
Yeah, I was learning actually a little bit. My buddy had an electronic drum set at my house when we were doing the fucks. Yeah, and, like, he left it there, so I'd go out there and, like, I learned, like, just off of internet videos, but, like,
fucking what's her name? Helen from comedy. She was a regular at my Rock Band nights before shut down, and she was getting really fucking good at drums.
Was she?
She was, like, hitting hard level on a regular basis with the songs. Oh, wow. And she was, like, I had a boom mic I'd bought, like, one of the last months there, and she was, like, singing and fucking playing, dude. She was tearing shit up.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, like, that's... And then also I loved teaching younger generations about music that they would normally on their own just not pick up. Like, what's this Electric Six?
Let me tell you.
Well, why don't we experience it? And afterwards, they're like, okay, that was fucking cool. I'm like, yeah. And then they go down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Then they check shit out. And I loved sharing stories and being the music encyclopedia. Right. Like, you know, I don't like to shit on people's. There was some regulars that figured it out. There's about 2 bands, maybe 3 bands in the game that I could be playing drums for like 20 minutes and everyone's like, no, keep playing. Like, we're enjoying watching you. Like, no one else wants to play. Like, you know, keep going. And, like, certain bands, you'd be like, no, I'm good. It's your turn, Kevin. And the Disturbed is one of them. I do not like Disturbed. But they were so popular with the young people at that fucking
Kids
night.
Still listen to Disturbed.
I don't know. They loved it. They ate it up. So, like, you know, I'm gonna be outside smoking one of my pre-rolls. You know what? Have fun. Right. But I never would be like, I fucking hate this band. You guys are stupid for liking it. I even over the break bought the Nickelback pack for the game.
Oh, did you? That's cool.
I had requests.
Well, I mean, if the want's there, dude, you might as well fucking do it.
And
dude.
Even though we're shut down, I do plan, like I said, to return one day and with hundreds of new songs. Like, I want people to, you know, oh, have you played it in Rock Band? Great, it's available. Yeah, dude. It's here. And that's what I really want to do.
Yeah, and I can't wait for that day either, dude. Brandon Huck, we want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
It's already done?
It was an hour long, dude. 8 o'clock, man. It went by so quick, dude.
All I'm going to say is the only game I didn't get to talking about was Yakuza 4.
I've heard of that. We'll have to save that one for the next.
I'm just going to say Pachinko.
Uh-huh.
Woo! Fucking crack, man. Don't start playing Pachinko, kids. Do not import a Pachinko machine. It's a blend of pinball and slots. And modern ones have, like, have you been to the casino lately and seen, like, the crazy, like, slot machines they have now?
I went there and saw Norm Macdonald. That was the last time.
But they always put like the bonus rounds have to put these little shows and stuff like that. These little I
don't really gamble too much, honestly.
But I'll tell you what, the Virtua Fighter Pachinko machine, like, I was like playing through like fucking fighters. Like, that's how you spin the jackpots and then you fight people and it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I've been geeking on that. So that's all you need to know right now. So hi, yokedekimashite, dios denimashite.
Brandon Huck, I want to thank you so much for coming back on,
yes,
dude.
Yes, sir.
People can find you on YouTube. In the show notes, I'll have all your contact information.
Yeah. Uncle Bling. Not Uncle Bling Gaming, because those jokers have 2 videos up and they're bullshit. Look for the one that has the content.
I think there's like actually like for the podcast that no one listens to. I think there was like some lady out there that like named their podcast similar to mine. Very similar. But yeah, they did like one episode, dude.
You're like, yeah,
whatever. Get the fuck out
nice
of here.
try.
Exactly, dude. All right, man. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Peace.
This podcast has been brought to you by Pizza Productions.